Hey guys, it's Alexa, and you're watching Titanic. First and foremost, what is ramen? Most people will tell you that ramen is a Japanese invention, although some believe it originated in China way before the Japanese got a hold of it. So we'll settle on it being invented in China and perhaps made popular by the Japanese. Ramen is a quick cooking noodle that can be eaten as is or added to a broth or stew, which is generally how it's served in Japan and China. Today, we're going to delve into the world of ramen, have a look at some bizarre flavors, weird ramen eating houses, and some added FYIs. Number 29. Akin for bacon. It seems we can thank the British for the bacon flavor ramen. One reviewer suggested eating it with eggs and toast. The only drawback for this flavor was that you'd be burping bacon flavor all day long. Number 28. A little Mediterranean. If you're longing for a holiday on the Mediterranean somewhere but don't have 2 pennies to rub together, why not purchase a packet of Insta Ramen with the sea salt and olive flavoring? At the very least, you'll have the flavors of the Mediterranean right in your kitchen. Number 27. 1 tequila, 2 tequila, 3 tequila, floor. In Tokyo, there's a ramen shop that likes to spike their mild shio soup with a shot of tequila. The chef then sprinkles chili-dusted chashu on top of that with loads of cilantro in a decent-sized lime wedge. If you're feeling a little fluish, just head there and this meal will knock it right out of you. Number 26. A must-see. In Japan, you can do more than just eat the ramen. You can head to entire museums dedicated to the stuff. In Yokohama, there's a museum for instant ramen and another for handmade ramen, and what's super is you can do a lot of sampling. Number 25. Summer vibes. When we hear about pineapples, we think of summer, and this ramen dish you can get at Papa Papa Pine. It consists of a salty shrimp-based broth and sweet pineapples. We know it sounds super weird, but diners rave about it. Sadly, Papa Papa Pine is now closed, but we promise it had nothing to do with the ramen flavor. Number 24. The real deal. So there is instant ramen that we're more familiar with, and then there's the real ramen, which is homemade and topped with amazing combinations of toppings, cooked in a broth that has taken hours to prepare. It's the ultimate Japanese comfort food. Experts say there are 4 main ways to prepare ramen. There's tonkotsu, pork bone, miso, fermented soybeans, and shoyu, soy sauce, and shio, salt. Number 23. Mixed reviews. This person is only known as the Ramen Raider, and he or she has tested hundreds of ramen from around the world. He or she was given a gift from their in-laws in California, and the flavor was Mexi Ramen, soupless ramen, shallot, teriyaki flavor. It's a mouthful, we know. What does it have to do with Mexico, though? The Ramen Raider had no idea either. Number 22. Let's go a little French. If you want to add a little French cuisine to your fine dining experience, then you can purchase ramen noodles in ratatouille flavor. Bon appetit. Number 21. Caffeine fix. Hungry and needing a cup of coffee and not sure which craving to satisfy first? Why not both at the same time? There's a spot in Japan called Aroma, which is more of a coffee house than a ramen shop and has an awesome, cozy, old-school vibe. There, you can order a bowl of coffee ramen made by the sweet elderly couple who run the place. The dish also has the following: steamed fish cake, egg, banana, kiwi fruit, ham, ice cream, and then the coffee broth and noodles. Reviewers have said it doesn't taste that great, but it is worth trying just for the quirkiness of it. Number 20. Cheese, please. Cheese ramen, or tsukumo tonkotsu ramen, is literally a bowl of ramen that looks like it's been topped with an entire block of Parmesan cheese. You feel your arteries closing up just by looking at the dish. Those that aren't used to that amount of cheese have said it's very challenging to finish a bowl, but that the taste is sublime. Number 19. Face the facts. People love ramen noodles, and the World Instant Noodles Association says that in 2013, 100 billion packets were sold worldwide. China alone consumes 46 billion packets of ramen every year. Number 18. For royalty only. Could you eat purple noodles? We would definitely give them a try. You get the Rocket brand Satuimo noodles, which are purple, and there are of course other Japanese brands that are also purple. Apparently the purple color is thanks to the equivalent of 84 blueberries worth of antioxidants crammed into the noodles. Oh, and these ones are said to be baked, not fried. Feel better now? Number 17. A little bit of everything. This ramen flavor is for the very brave. It's the bagna cauda ramen flavor, and it boasts a signature anchovy bouquet. We don't care what lovely words they use to describe anchovies, they're not fooling anyone. There's also squash and a hint of lotus root. Number 16. Sink your teeth into this. We need something to revive our love for ramen, and this flavor will do the trick. It's pizza ramen. Ajito Izum is a ramen shop located in Tokyo, and it's there that you can sample this incredible dish. They are famous for their pizza matsusoba, a soupless, pizza-themed noodle dish. It's not the only unique combination of flavors you can have there. There are around 50 to choose from. This one includes fresh tomatoes, bell peppers, onion, olives, garlic, and thyme. Mix them all together and you have an Italian-Japanese combination that will leave you drooling. Number 15. Back to basics. If you ever want to attempt to make ramen, don't be too hard on yourself, as there are so many different ways of making it. Just note that the dish consists of a broth, the right amount of saltiness, noodles, and toppings, and the rest is really up to you and your imagination and what your taste buds can handle. Number 14. 0 out of 5. The Ramen Raider, gotta love the name, has sampled another bizarre flavor, which is Tiger brand food onion flavor bowl rice noodles. It was rated a 0 out of 5 and was described as tasting quote-unquote horrible. Number 13. Some like it hot. This could swing either way. You're either gonna love it or you're gonna hate it. Cheesy curry ramen noodles. We're personally leaning towards yes. Number 12. I'll take 2, please. Ice cream, ramen, should we even say more? We think maybe we should, honestly, because it's not quite what you would imagine it to be. You may even be disappointed. The meal comes standard with the soy sauce broth, and floating on top is an ice cream cone sliced in half. It contains meat, spices, egg, ice cream, and probably a lot of other unmentioned items. This ramen is not connected to the beautiful ramen dessert that was trending not too long ago. Number 11. Mayonnaise on the side, please. This time, it's not the ramen that is an unusual flavor, but rather the condiments they give to you on the side. It's a mayonnaise mustard packet, which you're meant to squeeze out at the same time to put over your noodles. Number 10. Weird combination. This strange ramen flavor has been described as a combination of Japanese and Spanish flavors and incorporates garlic, olive oil, shrimp, cabbage, and egg. Number 9. Credit where credit is due. So we've mentioned there is the instant ramen and the traditional ramen, and unlike the traditional ramen where we're not 100% certain of where it came from, with instant we are sure of our facts. The instant ramen can be credited to Momofuku Ando, and he was inspired when he noticed the long lines people were waiting in to get their food. Chicken ramen was introduced in 1958, and in 1971 we were gratified with the cup of noodles. Number 8. An unusual pairing. This may sound delicious, but we're not convinced until we taste it. Chocolate ramen. Let's explain how it's made. The ramen is made as it usually is, with the salty broth, meat, and onions. A chocolate bar is then broken into the bowl and it melts into the broth, giving a more intense chocolate flavor the more it melts. Number 7. Sugar and spice. One brave ramen raider sampled the Baija instant sweet potato noodle spicy fei chang flavor, and it's a rather popular flavor in China's Sichuan area, but that it was truly one of the worst flavors they had ever tried. Number 6. Up in space. Momofuku Ando really put ramen on the map in 2005 when he created Space Ramen. Ramen made with smaller noodles and vacuum-packed to head up into space. The broth was thicker to prevent dispersal, and the noodles could be cooked without boiling water. They were made for Japanese astronaut Shuichi Noguchi and the trip in the Discovery. Number 5. Fruit salad. This next ramen combination is available at, bear with me, Pan, and it's got an unusual name, strawberry ramen. It's a strawberry pineapple ramen combination served with condensed milk. Japanese foodie blogs have only dished praise on this dish that provides the perfect combination of sweet and salty. Number 4. Measure up. If you were to open a pack of instant ramen noodles and had the ability to measure the length of the noodles, it would measure 51 meters. That's the same as 2 basketball courts. Number 3. Chow Down. Let us introduce you to the dark side of ramen. This is Hiroshima Taberaranai Kurai Mazui Ramen, a ramen that is so disgusting it's near impossible to eat, but apparently so worth the challenge. If you finish your meal, the restaurant promises to give you your bill for free. The smell has been described as rotting garbage, and when you sip it, the odor fills your mouth and nose to the max. The dish is topped with whole horse mackerel, tofu that has been dried and then rehydrated, and it comes standard with a side serving of pig trotters and ears. Number 2. Bugs on the side, please. In Tokyo, you can order your regular ramen noodles with a lovely side of crunchy insects. Nagi customers got this delicious addition to their meal on a first-come, first-served basis, and the lines were said to be surprisingly long. Some of the bugs included crickets, grasshoppers, and silkworm powder. Your full meal would consist of the insect ramen, a bowl of rice with crickets, spring rolls with a fried worm filling, and then dessert. Number 1. Save the best for last. Now here is a ramen that we could all eat without being bombarded with a mouthful of flavor explosions, but enjoy the subtleness of this gorgeous dessert. Available at the Dessert Kitchen located in New York City's Greenwich Village, you can get ramen ice cream. They call it ice stream, and it's made with conten, which is technically not ramen, but rather a jelly noodle made from algae, and there's crushed ice and evaporated milk. The dessert is see-through and served over cantaloupe, mango, and crushed ice, and topped with a syrup made from peaches. How many of you watching love ramen, and what's the most bizarre flavor you've ever tried? Or what's your favorite? Share your experiences with us in the comments below and subscribe to our channel for more daily videos. Thanks for watching.